A new study reveals people can die of a broken heart following the death of a loved one, especially if the grief is overwhelming.
The research published in the Frontiers in Public Health shows those who experience high levels of grief symptoms are more likely to die within 10 years after the loved one compared to those with less grief. Joining us tonight is trauma coach and author Hertha Lund, who specializes in grief coping. Hertha, we thank you for joining us. First off, what do you find to be the most common grief symptoms that can affect your long-term health substantially?
It's when we lose something, someone, or even for some people, a pet, a horse, something that we love dearly. And I've actually seen people that very soon after the death that they can't even function for a couple days. They go into a deep, deep shock response. They lose time and space. And when they're in that state, it really is important that those who love them watch them and make sure they get back in a normal routine very soon thereafter, like a regular sleep schedule, food. Think about it, when we're sad, when we're grieving, we don't want to eat. So we need to kind of get back to a normal routine. And it's okay to allow people to have a little bit of time down, but the body speaks first. I'm trained in Gestalt. And so the body remembers, but the body also speaks first. So when someone's in deep trauma and in shock, we kind of want to help them get back to a normal schedule as close as possible so that they don't get stuck in that trauma response or deep grief where it deregulates our whole system.
And I think most people know that everybody grieves differently. So what would you recommend to help people working through their grief so it doesn't end their life prematurely?
Yeah, I think everybody does. And it's most important if it's yourself to know that this won't last forever. The waves of grief come and they kind of really disrupt us at first, and then the waves get farther and farther apart. It won't last forever. If you're supporting someone else, be kind, compassionate, listen, let them know that they're not alone, and then help them get back to the regular schedule and the routine. And stay away from alcohol and caffeine because that's a disruptor and it could increase the anxiety or the depression. And for me, I'm an equine Gestalt coach also. I like to go out and be with my horses and hug them and love on them. So, something that increases our ability to feel grounded and connected.
With equine therapy being your specialty, have you seen it help people through grief?
Absolutely. And at the immediate phase, I think it's most important just to have the support. So oftentimes a horse will come in and literally provide contact and support. I've seen horses wrap their heads around somebody and hug them. The deep work a year or two after the loss is when, in a process I'm trained with equine Gestalt, I can help people leave behind that part of grief that kind of shuts us down from living wholeheartedly. And that's when the big shifts come. I helped one woman who lost her husband of 38 years, and she was able to leave after some work with the horse and live differently afterwards.
I have to say, for those of us who don't have horses, dogs also.
They help too, don't
Great
they?
therapy,
Yeah.
They really do. You're doing so much good, though, through your horses that you do have and helping so many people. Your last message to our viewers?
If you're in grief, slow down, allow yourself to feel, because what you feel and release through your body won't get stuck. But also make sure you get back to your normal routine, eating, sleeping, and be so kind to yourself. And if you're with someone else, the same thing. We really need to know that we're not alone and that people are there that love us and support us. And that's what will help get through grief with the least amount of damage.
All right, Hertha Lund, thank you so much for sharing your insight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care.